can't imagine to be like you. The pain and the suffering you put me through. I can't imagine to be like you. The pain and the suffering you put me through.
Your
Why do I stay high?
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 Why do I stay high? If I could teach the whole wide world to be a thug in harmony, then I would teach the whole wide world to be a thugster just like me. If I could teach the whole wide world to be a thug in harmony, then I would teach the whole wide world to be a thugster just like me. How many more days on this old earth can you say it's blind to me? So we should get ready for Armageddon, cause I know God should be ready to roll. Do away with the wickedest shit like Mr. Policeman, and don't confuse with it, pop up your fist in the end and pray for the politicians freely. Get an amen. The last days of the last day.
That's why I get high. That's why I get high. I'm holding on to my soul, and nobody knows where it all flows. And then when I go, remember the day, cause all that I got on my own. Mugging, thugging through your door. I was speaking of the last days, I'm in a plastic child. It's one thing you know, but I can't go wrong. When I fit with my song and turn it on, cause she love that boogies, boom. Cross but I rule the world over the cause too many of us lost those. And so much why wasn't I chose, but it will not stop. Two shots don't drop, no. And if I could teach the world to be a thug like me, then it probably doesn't have it turn to.
Every day the world goes round and round. I see it's a small world after all. Cause I can go meet and I agree with my fans. Smoke a little weed and have a little laugh at y'all. But
in politics before the pandemic, you ain't seen nothing yet. Sides are being chosen. People are tattling, turning each other in for violating rules, including family members, sons against dads. Constantly surveilled. All of our digital info goes into our files at NSA in Utah. I mean, everything you do on your phone, computer, car, everything. Here's a new word I want to coin: limousine libtard. Anymore, but they still start throwing themselves on swords, begging for a carbon tax to save the world from the people who own the companies causing all the destruction in the first place. Unreal. Allow me to speak on the authority of the amount of research I've done and continue to do, tips from others, and of course praying my heart out. I will know what to say when the time comes for people to look to me for guidance. I woke up many thousands, but I'm not done speaking yet about what's happened, what I can see happening. We've got the New World Order, Illuminati, deep staters boxed in a corner now. For a little while, all their pedophilia was uncontrollably spilling out in the public arena. Pizzagate, Jeffrey Epstein, Jimmy Savile, the royal family, and tons more are horrible monsters to the point and degree it cannot be hidden anymore. All the names on Epstein's Lolita Express flight manifests, read like a who's who of Hollywood elites, politicians, and European royalty. The cat was out of the bag, and they were forced to act now, or we'd be coming for them with torches and pitchforks, as we should be. The globalist proponents of the Great Plan and their agenda for global enslavement were being threatened by so many who are now awake, thanks to you, myself, and others spilling the truth about the Federal Reserve, 9/11, Bilderberg, and these evil, Talmudic, Luciferian scumbags who rule the world. We're on to them. We had to act as fast as we could as they were losing the information war very badly. Unfortunately for us, they now use AI, artificial intelligence, to map out the New World Order agenda these days. And apparently it's called, we're releasing an engineered bioweapon against humanity to keep the Great Plan from being derailed. And they have pulled off this pandemic. There's a very high probability that this is the end game that we've been speaking of. Always been our intention as truth seekers and righteous individuals to slow it down, but it's moved ahead full steam. You probably haven't heard this, as this type of info is highly suppressed by the New World Order owned and controlled mainstream media. The author of the U.S. Bio-War Act has gone public stating he believes COVID-19, listen up, to be a bioweapon, either escaped or was intentionally released. If you don't think it's here yet, it will be. The next variant. They're not going to run through us with this false flag. We have millions and millions waking up to the New World Order agenda every day. Start looking for the truth about what is happening. Start prepping, awaken others, do whatever you can to stop this evil, nefarious agenda from coming to fruition. The movement completely smashed the United States and humanity in general right now with this false flag called COVID-19. We're in a very bad way in terms of losing our country. And things are going to get far worse very quickly. This is red alert status update from the Saddles of Truth. Red alert. Very rough road ahead of us. We got an intentionally released man-made bioweapon on one side, and the empowered FEMA to deal with it. And the diabolical proponents of the New World Order who released the bioweapon on the other side. And there is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Unless you have a rocket ship to Mars. So buckle up, Elon Musk. Thrown in an already collapsed oil market, a soon-to-collapse stock market, and a dollar crisis not far behind. It's truly going to be an interesting year in 2021. Oh, and not to mention an election that was stolen right in front of the American people's eyes. Getting mad yet? Waking up? It's expressly stated in the Constitution to never, ever allow an entity like the privately owned, for-profit Federal Reserve to ever exist. Yet we let it in. Gave the country control to the evilest people on the planet, the satanic, pedophile, murderous, Illuminati banking families. It's just unfolding now before our eyes. It's like watching a horrific train wreck happen in slow motion, but in real time. The world would essentially destroy about every city up and down the west coast of Japan. Check it out, prediction time. There will be a huge quake with massive damage and massive loss of life. They were just running drills about it out here a couple years ago. Do you remember? Jade Elm. Peace. Welcome to the resistance. Countless people will hate the New World Order and will die protesting it. When we attempt to evaluate its promise, we have to bear in mind the distress of the generation, or so-called malcontents, many of them quite gallant and graceful-looking people. The powers of financial capitalism had another far-reaching aim, nothing less than to create a world system of financial control in private hands able to dominate the political system of each country and the economy of the world as a whole.
You feel me? This system would be controlled in a feudalist fashion by the central banks of the world acting in concert, by secret agreements arrived at in frequent meetings and conferences. The apex of the system was to be the bank for international settlements in Basel, Switzerland, a private bank owned and controlled by the world's central banks, which were themselves private corporations. Each central bank sought to dominate its government by its ability to control treasury loans, to manipulate foreign exchanges, to influence the level of economic activity in the country, and to influence cooperative politicians by subsequent economic reward in the business world. On foreign relations is the establishment. Not only does it have influence and power in key decision-making decisions at the highest levels of government to apply pressure from above, but it also announces and uses individuals and groups to bring pressure from below to justify the high-level decision for converting the U.S. from a sovereign constitutional republic into a servile member state of a one-world dictatorship. The most powerful clique in the CFR group have one objective in common. We want to bring about the surrender of sovereignty and the national independence of the United States of America. We want to end national boundaries and racial and ethnic loyalties supposedly to increase business and ensure world peace. What they strive for would inevitably lead to dictatorship and loss of freedoms by we, the people. The Council on Foreign Relations was founded for the purpose of promoting disarmament and submergence of the U.S. sovereignty and national independence into an all-powerful, one-world government. The New World Order will have to be built from the bottom up, rather than from the top down. But in the end, around national sovereignty, eroding it piece by piece, we will accomplish much more than the old-fashioned frontal assault. Welcome to the New World Order. How does this go? We are grateful for the Washington Post, the New York Times, Time Magazine, and other great publications whose dictators have attended our meetings and respected their promises of discretion for almost 60 years now. This was written in 1991. Feel me? It would have been possible for us to develop our plan for the world. We have been subjected to flights of publicity during those years. But the world is now more sophisticated and prepared to march towards a world government. The supernatural sovereignty of an intellectual elite and world bankers is surely preferable to the national auto-determination practiced in past centuries. What? Gradual shaping of a community of developed nations would be a realistic expression of our emerging global consciousness. Concentration on disseminating scientific and technological information will reflect a more functional approach to American power. The outlook will gradually replace institutionalized religious, ideological, and intensely rational perspectives that have dominated modern society. And the 10 horns, which thou sawest of 10 kings, which have received no power as of yet, but receive power as kings, 1 hour with the beast. These have one in mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Those who cast votes decide nothing. Those who count the votes decide everything. You feel me? Think of the press as a great keyboard on which the government can play. There is no such thing at this state of the world's history in America as an independent press. You know it, and I know it. The business of journalists is to destroy the truth, to lie outright. We are the tools of rich men behind the scenes. We are jumping jacks. They pull the strings and we dance. Our talents, our possibilities, our lives are all the property of other men. We're fucking intellectual prostitutes. You're a whore. You're an den of vipers and thieves. I intend to rout you out. And by the graces of eternal God, I will root you out. I am ready with the screws to draw every tooth. And then the stumps. Welcome to the resistance. Peace. Welcome to the resistance. Countless people will hate the New World Order and will die protesting it. When we attempt to evaluate its promise, we have to bear in mind the stress of a generation, or so-called malcontents, many of them quite gallant and graceful-looking people. The powers of financial capitalism had another far-reaching aim, nothing less than to create a world system of financial control. In private hands, able to dominate the political system of each country and the economy of the world as a whole. You feel me? This system would be controlled in a feudalist fashion by the central banks of the world acting in concert, by secret agreements arrived at in frequent meetings and conferences. The apex of the system was to be the bank for international settlements in Basel, Switzerland, a private bank owned and controlled by the world's central banks, which were themselves private corporations. Each central bank sought to dominate its government by its ability to control treasury loans, to manipulate
It's harder to ignore. I forgot that I might see so many beautiful
just a touch, baby. I look around since city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I just. I'm running out of time, 'cause I can see the sun light up the sky. So I hit the road in overdrive, baby. Oh, the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I just. I'm just coming back to let you know I can never say it on the phone. They'll never let you go this time. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. Hey, hey, I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
All right. Yep. Yep. Sassy Cass, what's up? Sassy Cass, what's up? So the link's pinned if anybody wants to come up. Topic tonight. I think Jeff A is going to join us. Greg Fernandez is about to. Link is pinned though. So if you want to jump on, topic is state of the world. I guess I'll play a little bit more and then see if anybody wants to jump on. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, Greg had some background noise. That's why he jumped off. How's mine? Do I have background noise? Or is it coming through okay? It sounds okay on my backup monitor. Frisco JD. My comment didn't show next time. Just got back from an award ceremony at my youngster school and she got her friends over. When you go on live again? Oh, bro, I hardly ever go live. Yeah, this is like once in a great life, once in a great while, once every month or two. All right, we'll try Greg again. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's there again, brother. What's that? Yeah, that's weird. Just floating for a bit here, not for long though. Nearly time to start the afternoon jobs here. I hear you. All right, yeah. So unmute it. See what happens. Word up, JD. Yeah, I ain't gonna be on here too long. Maybe another half hour or so. Basements are fake. Oh my god. Oh, is it the same nutballs doing the same nutball stuff? I don't really come on here very much. I think I've been on here like a couple months ago. Jay gets on here once in a while. We laugh. You want to try now, Greg? See if it works. Greg's trying to work it out. Yeah, I'll play something in the meantime. All the great tyrants, you had to have your papers in order. So, continuing on this article, our job used to be to make sure that our guests had a great time while they were with us. Now we spend our time reprimanding them. Yeah, that's great. The business is called hospitality for a reason. Then the two. Let's try again, Greg. Add Greg to stage.
How's this?
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
Now how do I get rid of the other one?
Might as well just leave it there. I can get rid of it. Hang on.
Okay. Yeah, get rid of it. There you go.
Yeah. All right. I think we're coming through good.
Come through hot and heavy.
I'm raw dogging it. No microphone. No headphones.
Me either. I was trying to join from my phone. That didn't work.
Dude, well, I have it's an 1/8 inch jack that you got to put on the end, plug it in. If you lose that, then no headphones.
Yeah.
So got it coming out of the speaker over there. I can hear you good.
As long as you can hear me, there's no echo.
Yeah. Listen to the backup. Oh, the backup sounds good too.
I'm hearing an echo.
Yeah, you got an echo. So let me try one thing, and then maybe you can try something. There is an echo. I'm going to take echo cancellation off. Now what?
Echo cancel.
Little better, but yeah, I guess you put it back on.
A little better.
Let's go over there.
Yeah, your audio is low. But I feel like if I can hear myself, probably other people can hear echo.
Yeah, you're echoing. What the hell? What the hell's going on, homie?
Did you turn that screen share off or whatever?
Yeah, let's turn that off. See if that does anything.
Maybe that'll help it out. Oh, now I don't hear myself. I guess I don't see myself either.
I think it's good now.
It's good. All right. Yeah, I don't hear him. You get it? Hey, Sass, you still getting echo?
It's good now. We're good now.
All right. What's up, brother? Fix my head.
Bro, nothing. I went through a whole bunch of different things for StreamYard. It's all about, hey, buy this, get that, and if you don't do that, well, you're gonna get an echo or something.
Got it.
I'm working with the faux hawk these days.
Yeah, I like it. I'm still doing the same old thing. 2024. I'm 2 years behind. Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Good to see you, brother.
You too. So where do we start? You want to start with the Artemis 2 whole thing?
Sure.
The
Are you
launch?
still? Do you think they're? Have we gone to the moon? Are we going to the moon? Or
Not
have you ever been?
I believe we've gone to the moon, not the way they show us though.
Gotcha.
So Artemis 2 was launched. These are facts, folks. On April Fool's Day, April 1st, number 2, which that could be whatever. Just like 9/11 could be whatever,
That's
because
weird. Yeah,
the elites never love to use symbolism like that.
never. They've
Number
never done it before. First time for everything.
Right. The female that was launched into space, she is actually an actor. She
Oh,
was in Game of Thrones or something else. She was in it was Mad Max. So she's a legit an actor.
Hmm.
Yeah, it makes you
that
think.
always that always helps. That always helps keep the credibility.
Hey, we're never 100% on any of this, but we just kind of call out things that we might see that it's interesting. Interesting things.
Well, I mean, you see the photos and you see all the stuff that they did, how great their audio was, and all of that. And again, for me, it always goes back. I know we're not talking about flat Earth stuff, but it always goes back to, and you have to discount so many astronauts who have been up there, who have seen it, who have lived it, to then say, well, all of it is fake. You have to discount so much. Just like with September 11th, people who say that there were no planes, you have to discount all of the people who saw planes that day. I can only speculate on it. I wasn't there, so I can only say what we know and what I don't know. And what I don't know is a lot. But I think it's fascinating that we're continuing to talk about the moon, going there, getting there. And really, this is not about the moon. This is more about Mars. Trump wants to get to Mars before he leaves office, or at least have the moon base set up. But if there's any president who has the ambition and the willpower and the knowledge and the skill and the art of the deal to get it done, it is President Trump. If there's anyone who can actually get us there to finally prove once and for all, settle this nonsense about the moon and have we been there and all of that, and are we going there and why haven't we gone back, and to really open up the doors to, there probably is other life out there. Why wouldn't there be? And everything that we see out there, unless it's a matrix, a simulation, which I don't buy, but I can understand why people do. There's a lot of crazy things, a lot of bad things that are happening here, but at once and for all, to put that to rest. And the only way that's going to happen for a lot of people is for them to be able to go up there and see it themselves. And I don't know if that'll be done in our lifetime, but hopefully in our children's lifetime. But I think it's a great conversation as long as we're open to having the conversation about that. We started with the moon was real. For thousands of years, you could look up and see it. So we have to start there too. And then where did these theories about discounting it, where did all of this come into play? And why did it become such a big deal and a moneymaker, and a way that some people have invested so much into it that it doesn't matter what you show them, they're never going to believe the moon is real, outer space is real, anything like that. You're going to have honest, good people that are going to be open to it, that are going to, listen to your side. They may not agree with it, but at least they will listen to it. So the conversations will be had for a long time. And I think Trump is really good at that, bringing the conversations back, the conversation about the moon, and keeping that door open. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know where Eric went. He may have dropped off, but some of the okay, there. Okay, I couldn't see you.
Oh my!
That's okay. I thought you ghosted.
It's a different button now.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I like this. Yeah, I like.
That's what is it? How the hell did I get you on solo? It's a totally different button. Anyway, yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
like, I mean, you have people that think there's no way we went in space. Then you have people like myself who think we've been to other galaxies through teleportation. But that's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different level. Earth's flat? Probably not. No, the scientific calculations don't add up for it. I mean, it's. I just wish they'd just kind of step aside and let us get at 9/11 a little bit. Let us pick at that, because that's making a resurgence now.
Good. Yeah, it definitely should. I think every year it does right around that time, and then like you said, it just kind of fades off. There's so much happening, so much going on. It's hard to keep up, and it's good to have people like Richard Gage and a lot of people who are still talking about it. And every time that I heard President Trump talk about it a couple months ago, and it doesn't get any play. They've stopped going after him for questioning September 11th because they don't want that on that side, because they know, oh, okay, well, if Trump is for it, we have to be against it. So it's a while. I think Darlene says we have been there to the moon and we're not alone in this great big universe. I think that's such a valid point. I think that's such a great point that there's got to be something else out there. It's
I
hard to
just don't
believe.
think we went there in those tin cans the way they're showing us. I think we went there through teleportation, and we've gone beyond. Like the technology they have is so much farther advanced than they show us, because your average everyday Joe, they're not going to be able to handle some of the things that are out there. Now, I saw an article yesterday about, what state was it? Was it Montana? It was some random state out west that is replacing all their workers with robots.
Mm,
So much, I mean, to make a burger, so much easier. Just different things are happening. We take our eye off one thing, and then there's another thing. To me, the whole Artemis thing was deflection from the Epstein files. Those once again got buried. There's all this hoopla about whether it was even whether it was even real or not. Back when we went to the moon back in '69, was it? There was no question about it. There was nobody going, we didn't go to the moon. They throw you in an asylum if you said that. That didn't exist. So at least in 2026, we have a lot more people actually just questioning these types of things. And if they're questioning things like the moon landing and they're questioning things like 9/11, perhaps they might start questioning things like Sandy Hook. Perhaps Handy's Hook. Probably not allowed to say that on here. And,
I
and
think
other
it's,
false
I think
flags.
you're okay now. I think you're okay now.
Maybe they'll start diving deeper into that. But the closer that we the people get, Greg and I spent a long time waking people up. Jeff Hayes, another one. He was supposed to come on tonight. He still might make it. You got to make it within like 20 minutes to a half hour, though, Jeff. But I digress. We've been trying to wake people up, and Jeff said he's stepping back now, and it's time for other people to step up. And I was like, I feel you, man. Me and Greg have peeled back too. We don't do it nearly as much because now we've done a lot, and now it's time for other people to step up and do it. But at the same time, we have to come out here and guide some of these young bucks in the right way.
Yeah, I never liked that thought. I never liked that view of, well, I'm retiring now and somebody else has got to step. Like, I never want to ask anybody else to do something that I won't do, that
Sure.
I'm not doing.
We
You know what I mean?
certainly don't do it nearly as much as we used to, though.
True. And that's why I wouldn't ask anyone to do anything more
Right.
than
We
I'm
put it
doing.
forward.
I would always, I always, as a standard, have always asked people to do a little bit less. Like I'm not going to ask you to go out and protest on the streets if I'm not doing it. I'm not going to ask you to go out at the Bohemian Grove and, protest there, or at least show your presence there if I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, yeah, you want to encourage other people who to actually do that too. It's some of the problems. I don't know about you, Eric, and I hope my heater is not too loud in the background here, but it's some of the problems that I had when I first joined the truth movement. was that's exactly what was happening. It was a lot of older people who were done, who just wanted the young people to go out there and do everything and to continue their legacy, to continue what they have doing, not to encourage people, hey, you're your own person. You're going to do your own thing. Go out there and do something, you know? And so it's like, when I first got involved, that was, you know, when it's trying to encourage other people to get involved. It's like, do something. You don't have to do what I do. You don't have to do what I think you should do. And I'm sure Jeff Hayes would probably feel this the same way. But yeah, do something. You know, there's something that you can do, and the smallest thing can make a seed turn into the biggest tree. But yeah, if we're not doing anything, if we're just kind of doing nothing, then it's kind of hard. And that's where the keyboard warrior thing came in, where people were being called keyboard warrior because all they did was just type and, you know, and just rant and rave and attack people online, but they would never show up here. You know, they would never show up to, and sometimes they would actually, you would actually finally get some people to actually show their face. But it's, you know, it was rare. But yeah, so I would never ask anyone to do something that I wouldn't get out there and do right now. So write a book, I guess, because that's what I'm doing is writing. Think about writing a book. You know, write a poem.
I was a journalism major too, man. I should have written. I've written a lot of things, but not a book. I feel like the book could probably be, I don't know, like 1 billion pages because I would just it never end. There's so much to write about.
Yeah, sometimes that's why a short story or a paragraph or a blog would work very, very well because, you know, again, it's that seed, starting with that seed. Like where do you start? Where do you start when you're hearing, especially nowadays, Eric? We didn't have this digital era that the kids are growing up and they're being blasted, they're being bombarded, they're being attacked with all of this stuff. What do we have? Pagers. We had two-way lines where people would crank call us. You know, it was very, very different.
Yeah, I'm a little older than you. Pagers weren't even around until after I graduated from high school.
Okay. We had the rotary phones. How about that? Because we're not we're not that much different in age.
Rotary phones. Yep. Crazy though, man. Yep.
Right. Record players, 8 tracks. You know, I mean, it was a different time that I feel bad these kids will never get. It'll just be ancient history to them. They'll never understand what it was like during that time. And so we are a dying breed. I mean, we at some point, you know, there's not going to be any people who were there who lived before the digital age. I remember it was a big deal when the last, and I don't want to compare ourselves to U.S. soldiers. God bless them all. Anyone who has served this country or who wanted to serve the country, who tried to serve this country. But I remember it was a big deal when the last of the World War I soldier died, like the very last one, you know, and I kind of, I hate to make that comparison, but at some point it's going to be the last of the people who lived before the digital age died. And at some point, Eric, that's going to be us. We're going to be in that category. Just where we lived before this digital age, before the digital era took over and really messed everything up.
Oh, for sure. I've discussed it with you a bunch of times that I said that Generation Y, that would be the one right after us, X, they were the last truly human generation to ever exist.
Yeah.
That was just those ones that were on the cusp of it. And the rest of them, I don't know, man. I think we're truly living in the dumbest generation of human beings ever to exist in this point. I really do. That's just my take.
Yeah, I sure hope not. But
well, and it's, you know, let's see what Nicola says here. Trump is shitting his pants now, figuring out he's not in charge.
I don't believe that at all. Trump is in charge. Trump is the one who's running things here. And the New World Order that we have all been, it's been drilled into our head that the bad guys are in charge. And now that we have some good guys that are actually fighting back and running things and changing things, the people with the Stockholm syndrome cannot accept it because it doesn't fit into their worldview that everything is bad and that there may be a.
Oh man, Trump's making some really bad decisions lately,
I
bro.
don't believe so. I don't
And
believe
it just seem based on being the puppet he's supposed to be.
Yeah, I just don't buy it. I hear the propaganda, but
That's the Stockholm syndrome.
it could be. It could be.
We never
too.
know.
I mean, yeah, it could be.
Disagree. Yeah.
A typewriter for school, dictionaries, encyclopedias. There it is, Angela. That's exactly it. I mean, we had, on a typewriter, you had one shot. And if you had a typo, you had to go back and use some whiteout. You had to think a lot more than a lot of these kids do now. They don't have to think as much. It's not a big deal when they mess up. When you mess up on a laptop and you're typing something, it's not that big of a deal. You just go back, you autocorrect, you type, you fix that typo. Back in our day, fixing that typo was a big deal, and it made you feel like you understood, like, okay, I really got to get this right the first time. And now we have all of this stuff where people are just using GPT. They're just going after things, and they get hooked on these ideas of, this guy is bad, or no one can be good. The government cannot be good. That the NWO is so powerful that no one could ever break free from it. That that it has to be this way. And I just don't buy that.
Angela G, 50. I'm 54 also. Greg is a little younger, but he's in that age range.
I'm 46.
Yeah.
I'll be 47 pretty
He's
soon.
within the 10-year Gen X. You're Gen X. So.
Am I Gen X?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess so. Okay.
You're the youngin' though.
I'm a young. All right. I've been called worse. Yeah, messing up on a typewriter was a total pain. Backspace and hit the wipe. Yeah, I mean, if you had a digital, the digital typewriters weren't as bad. That was a game changer. But yeah, having to type something out and then to go back and do the whiteout, and then either go back and then retype it. You wasted so much time. So I can understand why a lot of people. There's a lot of good things. The digital age probably has brought us a lot of good things, but overall,
yeah, Angela, I didn't have digital anything either. No,
Yeah.
fuck. I remember in college, I
nothing.
didn't have cable. I had a cell phone.
You had
but
the
all-
cheat sheets.
All it could do was text. That's the only thing you could do, and it was really even hard to text. Pagers were just coming out, but in high school, nothing. Not none of that. You had like a freaking boombox for your music.
Yeah.
And then when you got a little bit older, you might have had like one of those, those freaking stereo systems. But man,
those were cool. Those were like high end though. You had to.
yeah, TVs had antennas. That was when we were young. Probably.
This.
Would you say probably around between
80s.
we were like 1 and 8, like
Hit,
or
you
we
gotta
were
hit the side.
yeah.
So,
Yep.
hit that side, and sometimes the bunny ears. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, those were good times. It really made you appreciate. It was so bad for your eyes, but it made you appreciate, when you got that signal. It didn't matter how good the signal was. Now the signal is so good.
Elon Musk said that Generation Y was be the last truly human generation. We are Gen X is probably the last human generation because we didn't even have that.
I sure hope not. I hope not, and that's really up to us to kind of carry. But at least we can give a little bit. If we can keep a little bit of what it once was, and bring that, like they've done for thousands of years, going back to the scripture, keep a little bit of that, and that little bit will grow and continue to grow and will mean so much to people, which is why a lot of people always love to go back to how it used to be. We talk about how it used to be, or think about, man, it would have been great. I love the old Western movies. I didn't live during that era, but it seems so great. So we can still keep a lot of that. We can still keep some of that if we keep it going, if we figure out ways to kind of to remind people that there actually was a world before the digital era. And I think a lot of people, hopefully, they will appreciate it. They will understand it. And like the old West, I want to go to Tombstone. I want to go visit that. I want to relive that someday, just as fun. And maybe someday people will, just for fun, for 1 week, they'll turn off the internet, they'll turn off the wife, they'll turn off everything digital, and just go out into God's green earth and see what it's like. And they may actually learn something.
Now, my military friends and sources are telling me that and I've heard this before. That's what sucks. I've heard, and they were right. It could have happened, but they say we're looking at an EMP. And I mean, every advanced country has the ability to do this. That would actually go along with what we're talking about, because that would take us back to then. On the other side, there's ways to prepare yourself. I have EMP blankets. Do you have these?
No.
And also, my military forces told me that you would get a warning. It wouldn't be that long, but you would get a warning after the EMP hits. If our government is so gracious to let us know, he said by the time the EMP is detonated and makes contact and fries everything, there's a 5 to 10 minute window there, and you might get an alert. So if you have these blankets, they're EMP blankets. They're Faraday cages in a blanket, because people are waking up. Or unless you have an automobile that's before the 60s, then you can have an automobile. I mean, there's so many miscellaneous things. But what we're looking at, man, is if an EMP hits, the estimates have been 90% are going to be dead within a week.
Yeah. Well, they said the same thing about COVID too. It's like millions, hundreds of millions of people.
Well, COVID, a lot of people are biting
It's
on EMP.
It seems more like
You
fear.
would go get your meds. People, I mean, most people don't have more than a couple days of food, man. Even if a week. Most preppers don't have more than a month. I mean,
Right.
nothing to eat. Boom. I mean, things change. An EMP would be devastating to this country. Would change. It would be a game changer. And the rest of the world, I think, knows this.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's why Trump wants to build the big golden dome over the country.
You hear nuclear war, and it's like, okay, you know what? These NWO people are psychos, but they're not that psychotic. Like, one nuke goes off, mutual destruction. There's nukes going off from everywhere now.
Yeah.
Period.
But
You're
I
alone
can-
with. NATO launches, I think it's like 300 nukes. If a non-NATO country, if it's, I mean, nukes would just destroy the world. But an EMP, man, that's a whole different story. Knocking us back to the Stone Ages. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask them what their take is. So do we EMP them back just like it was a nuke? Would that, or will we be able to? I mean, that's something to think about.
Yeah, it's these silent killers. It's those silent ones that we don't see. That's why when you look at how many people have cancers and tumors and everything, it's the radiation that we're being hit with now. We're so deep into it just because of the digital era that we're already dead. We're already doomed. It's
Oh my
already
goodness.
done that a new
Towers, it's
yeah. I mean, that's just there's
Every
no
time they
getting around it.
move it up from 4G to 5G. Now we got 6G. That's more. Absolutely. And what can we? I mean, we can take naturopathic medication, and we can try to stay spiritually and mentally fit. But there's a lot of mental illness going on, man. From what
Well,
I'm
and it could be the radiation. The radiation makes people crazy. If you go back and look at some of the early zombie movies, what they were like, well, what caused this? Everything is the radiation. It's not normal to have radio waves or any type of radiation beam directly into your phone that is sitting on your side or sitting anywhere. This is why when radio came out, they had the big towers way high up on mountains. So that way, it wasn't next to people. Now we have them right next to us, and we have all of these people that are getting all of these strange cancers, that are getting tumors, that are healthy people. And there's no way to stop it because we're in the digital era. There's no way to go back. That's why I would love to go back. I'd love to go back to it.
We're
Go back and look.
prime time for the next variant. They say there's another variant coming.
Yeah.
And there's been a bunch, but I mean, there's still, man, like looking at the graph of when COVID hit, the flu just went nowhere.
Look at the human body, though.
To the
Look at
bottom.
human body.
It disappeared. Now it's back, and COVID's real low. And I mean, what not? People believe anything, man.
I believe that the human body can do great things. It can overcome
Yeah.
just about anything and everything. The human body itself can cure these cancers just on its own, because that's how strong, that's how powerful God is, if it's meant to be.
Yeah.
But there's work to be done. There's work to be done with it. But
And the more you turn up the weaponized diseases, sure you can combat it, but at that point, you need such a huge amount of the naturopathic medication to counter it. It's not even in people's budget to be able to do it. You're talking about the amount of naturopathic medication it would take to eradicate something like lung cancer. You're talking thousands of dollars a month to have the right amount of minerals. Now you're talking about the same amount with naturopathic medication. You are
it never works.
medical
It never
industry.
works. It never works. I think
It's like, how do you win?
Yeah, well, you don't win by holding on to life, knowing that we all die. Even the plants right here next to me, at some point, I can water them and I can keep them in a safe environment. But at some point, everything in this world, in this life, dies.
Right.
It's how we live that makes a big difference. So I think that's where the truth movement really, got me to focus on that it's not all just doom and gloom. And
Darlene, why can't you? Darlene said she's in Idaho and I can't plant avocados. Why is that?
it's the environment. It's the environment. There's things that will grow there. There's things that will grow in different states and things that won't grow in different states. It's how you take care of it. There's a lot of different things, a lot of different reasons why things will and will not grow. I mean, what does grow there? What does grow there? And what doesn't grow there may not grow in the same state, in a different state. So, I'd love to grow.
Look at that. Yeah, Angela G, to really eat healthy, you can spend $1,000 a week here and you still don't get enough.
Yeah.
You still have to spend double that to get what you need if you really have a disease you need to heal. Yep, and that's it. So now the naturopathic industry and the medical industry, I mean, naturopath used to be healing people for the minimal amount of money. Now naturopaths are jumping on this left and right, capitalizing on it.
Yeah, and it's very complicated too. It isn't just like, well, if we just do this, if we just do that, everything will be fine. If we just take this one little pill or just take this one little thing. No, it's like the system has been so broken that I can understand why people don't like Kennedy and don't like Trump. I believe Kennedy and Trump are doing some amazing things that are going to help out this country and are going to help out the health of our children for a long, long time. I don't believe they're going to get any credit until later on, and that's fine. What matters to me is, what are they doing? What are they doing to make America healthy? What are they doing to make America great?
And that is where I would agree with you. And there's no debate about that. That the fact that they're banning jabs left and right, banning the companies, that's a plus.
Yeah, changing the way that we eat, turning the food pyramid upside down. They turned the food pyramid upside down, which means meat is at the top.
So long ago, And
right?
like that was the worst advice ever, was the food
Right.
pyramid.
And isn't it nice to hear that from your government? And some people, well, it's too little, too late. But what I love about what Kennedy and Trump are doing right now within our government is showing that with the right people in government, we can make changes. We can do things. We can at least try. And for so many years, I have wanted to see people in government do something good for the people, do something different, do something out of the box. And I am seeing that from Kennedy and Trump. And it frustrates me a little bit when I hear people just saying they're just like the others. There's no difference here. Are you kidding me? There's no difference here. Look at Biden, look at the past presidents, look at Bush, look at Clinton. You're going to compare President Trump to those guys? If you put President Trump's record up to those guys, you will see there's a big difference. The fact that they all went after him, the fact that President Trump is the only president that they don't like, that the New World Order does not like, that they have impeached twice, and they will impeach him a third time probably in the next year. They've tried to put him in jail, and they've done all of these same things to RFK Jr. And they tried to do this to President John F. Kennedy too, and many more. And there have been some that have stood up, like we saw John F. Kennedy stood up. We saw what happened with him. President Trump stood up. We saw what they tried to do with him. RFK Jr. stood up. We see what they're doing to him. And all he's trying to do is make America healthy again and get these dyes out, get the glyphosate out, just change the industry and look at alternatives. He's not saying, hey, if you want to get vaccinated, cool, but let's not force it on people. And they have gotten the mercury out of the vaccinations. You know how long, Eric, you probably have been thinking, or probably knew, that mercury should not be in a vaccination for so long. And all it took
Yep.
it only took RFK Jr. 1 month in office to get that done. It shows if you have the right people in government, they can make some really good changes. And so I understand why people have the Stockholm syndrome. The government is bad. We've always been bad. It can never be good. But I just hope that people in time will see that, with the right people in government, you can do good things. Anyone who has thought about running for government should understand that too, because you probably felt like, hey, if I was a president, this is what I would do. If I was in the government, this is what I would do. And the backlash that Kennedy and Trump are getting for so many different things is just, to me, it just.
You want to address this one? Trump passed a law to make glyphosate mandatory.
No, it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory. Glyphosate is the thing where they say right now, if you were to ban glyphosate right now, if you got rid of it right now, 90% of our food, 90% of our corn, everything would be gone. You wouldn't have it. You would not have it. It's in the soil. It's buried there. But what they are looking at is the alternatives now. How do we move the farmers so the farmers don't have to shut down their business because they've been relying on this for 40, 50, 60 years? How do you get those farmers to turn away to make it profitable for them to use alternatives? That's what Kennedy is doing. That's what President Trump has tasked Kennedy with doing, is saying we have these things that are so institutionalized that if you were to shut it down right now, it would destroy the country.
Well, I was prepared to vote for Kennedy. That was going to be my vote until, for some reason,
I was
he
too,
was left off the ballot in Michigan. I couldn't even vote for him.
which is crazy. No, actually, Kennedy got on. Well, no, you're right.
Yeah,
Because he got enough votes to get on all 50 states, and then he took himself off, and
Right.
then the Democrats sued to keep him on the ballots.
Right.
They keep to keep him on the
I
ballot.
wasn't going to vote for him anyway. I mean, when it came down to it, because he wasn't going to win. But I knew that if Trump won, that he would be part of the cabinet. So
See, I was kind of different because I knew that Trump was going to win in my heart, but I was going to vote for RFK Jr. in my state, partially because I knew it wouldn't make that big of a difference because I knew Trump would win the state that I'm in here, but partially because I've always wanted a third party candidate to win,
right,
always, at
look at
least
this.
to win one state. When
This is not good. This is one
the
of those things.
February 26th executive order by President Trump declared glyphosate-based herbicide and eliminates office essential for national security, invoking the Defense Production Act. They have that's partially true. Yes, that's partially true, but it is not like they're saying you have to use glyphosate. Glyphosate is awesome.
Does
Nobody
not
is saying that.
usage mandatory for farmers. Okay,
What was say? Go back.
that's it does not strictly make its usage mandatory for farmers.
Yeah, no, and what they are looking at, if anyone who really has looked deep into this, let me ask anyone who here, have you looked at what RFK Jr. has said about this? Because he's the one that's in charge of this, and he's put out some great videos, some great comments on this, saying, look, this is what we're looking at, the alternatives. What we are looking at is like lasers, so things to replace the glyphosate. How do we do that to make it profitable to these farmers? We're not talking about a quick thing that is just going to create more problems and put farmers out of business and put big pharma and put the big pharmaceuticals and the big agriculture companies. That's what they want, because they have the money to just say, okay, cool, we can do that. The local farmers, the smaller farmers, they don't have that option. So we're looking at this from the smaller farmers' view of how to make sure that we get rid of the glyphosate, because yes, there's no doubt. If you think Kennedy and Trump don't want to get rid of the glyphosate, you're not doing your own research. You're listening to other people on TikTok. You're listening to the short 1-2 minute clips, maybe 30-second clips. But if you look at what Kennedy and Trump are saying, especially what Kennedy is saying on the glyphosate thing recently in Houston, Texas, a couple months ago, what Kennedy was saying is we are looking at things like robots with lasers who can do the same thing that the glyphosate does, but do it in a natural way. Now, I'm not a big fan of that, because anytime you introduce lasers, we're talking about radiation to me. So I'm not a big fan of that. But he broke it down very, very well, that look, we need to make these changes. These changes are going to be made. We're not going to continue the status quo. People who want to hate on Kennedy and hate on Trump are just going to look for the small little things, for those gotcha moments, for those little things. They're not looking at the big picture. And the big picture is local farmers, local schools, everybody doing things local, natural grown food. That is the goal here. That's not going to change. And even after Kennedy is done in these 4 years, if JD Vance gets another 8 years, Kennedy is going to continue that same thing. And whoever becomes the next health and human secretary, they're going to either have to continue what Kennedy is doing to save our country, or they're going to have to expose themselves to show that they don't care about the country, and we're back to big ag, big pharma, and big business.
I think that's I gotta take off and go to bed. I think that's a great way to end it. Great inspiration too. Wait for the food shortage to happen and collapse. Yeah, I mean, it may happen.
It's not going to happen. See, it's all the doom and gloom.
Whether it does or not, are you prepared for it?
It doesn't matter what you say. Mama is going to be negative. It's going to be all hatred. It's all doom and gloom. There's no hope. So go just bury yourself in a hole, curl in a corner, because the rest of us are actually going to do something to make the world a better place for you.
Right. We out. Welcome to the Resistance.
Respect me. Welcome to the resistance.
If I'm